Shosh now brings us this interview with TikTok creators Matan, Peretz, and Shiraz, Shukran.
And Aaron, right now I'm standing with Matan, who's a stand-up comedian, and Shiraz, who is a content creator. This is your first time. This is your second time. It's the second time TikTok has taken a delegation to Auschwitz as part of the International March of the Living. For both of you, tell me how it feels being in this very moment, standing in front of these buildings here.
For me, it's surreal. I don't know. I've seen so many pictures. I've heard so many, talks about this place from actual like Holocaust survivors, and to actually stand here, I don't think I've fully grasped this situation yet. So we'll see.
And your second time here.
Yeah, it's actually my second time. First time was almost 10 years ago, actually, when I was like a student, 10th or 11th grade. I was really young, so I couldn't really comprehend like all the things that I was seeing. I couldn't realize what I'm seeing. I couldn't understand that it's something that really happened. And now when I'm fully grown up, and it's been 10 years and it's been almost 2 years since October 7th, I'm seeing those things a little bit differently. It's more realistic to me. And honestly, it feels so I can't even describe what I'm feeling right now. It's just like an explosion of emotions almost.
And the first time you've been back since October 7th. In that context, how does that change your experience, your perspective being here today?
I don't know. I think it's just for me. I think as a kid, I felt a lot of like sorrow, and and you cry, and it's very hard. But as a grown up, and after I served in the reserve service in the West Bank in Judea and Samaria at the beginning of the war, so I just feel a lot of rage. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel right now.
Rage in what way? Explain it.
As a Jew, I can't believe that people actually did that. Like I've heard the stories, I know all the history, but to be here actually and see the fences, it's insane to me.
You can see the systemic problem, the systemic order that was established here to kill so many Jews, millions of Jews. After October 7th, I'm not sure if you've been down to the kibbutzim. How would you say something like that compares to being here in this moment and seeing?
I feel like as Jewish people, there's always something. It's never quiet. Like people always try to harm us in any way possible. And the Holocaust was really the first time that something that big happened. And in October 7th, like I think that in the first day, the amount of killing that was happening is the largest amount of killing in one day, even more
Since
than
the
the Holocaust.
yeah.
And it's something that I'm like we're living in. I don't know if I can call it a second Holocaust because it's a little bit different, but it comes from the same like hatred and anti-Zionism, which is the same as anti-Semitism to me. So yeah, it's
been hard. It's been very hard, and to see like the efficiency. I know it's a horrible word to use, but the efficiency of this is it's just staggering. I can't really comprehend as somebody who was in the army and still active service. It's just I don't understand how people can do this, really.
I want to talk about social media. What has it been like to be so active on social media in a time like this where there has been an extreme rise in anti-Semitism? As people who work to fight that online, have you been successful in that? And if so, how?
I think, I don't know about successful, but I think we got our point through as much as we could before we got banned almost like every 2 months. But it's hard because you have to, I think it's our job to like translate that kind of content to our viewers, and it's not always easy, and it's taken an emotional toll from all of us, and we're just trying to do our best of trying to pay it forward and give the information as we see fit to our followers.
Yeah, I feel like it's my duty in life in general. This is my duty. Showing the truth, proving other people wrong, and also I have never been more proud in being Jewish and being an Israeli Jewish. We're still here. We're standing so strong no matter what happens, and we're so united, and it's so important to me, and I'm never gonna shut up. I'm never gonna shut up. It's always going to be a part of my creations, like in social media, the videos that I'm uploading. It's always going to be there. Never going to stop, no matter how many times I'm going to get banned.
That's our job. I think, unfortunately, for our children, I don't know if they'll have a Holocaust survivors to talk to. You know, they're unfortunately, because that's how time works. They're gone so soon, and for me to tell my children, and I was here 8 years after it ended, but still, like I think that's, like Shiraz said, that's our duty, because we're losing those people, and we have to make sure that the next generation knows exactly what happened here, and the fact that as Jews, the same as we stood on the ruins of Rome, we stood in the ruins of this camp, and we stand on the ruins of everyone who tried to harm us. You know, it's going to be hard for a while, but eventually we're going to prevail like we always did for ever since we got created.
Thank you both so much. You can see the defiance and hear the defiance in your voices. Appreciate your time.